Good morning, Facebook. Just wanted to come to you guys this morning, lovely, sensational Saturday morning, and talk a little bit about as we close 2018.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
Hold on a second. I can take that. Talk about 2019. We're getting ready to come to a close of 2018. We have a couple of weeks left, and I wanted to know, are you prepared to start your 2019? Because you have to obviously already be setting your goals, writing down your vision, making it plain, and things like that, if you are supposed to be focusing and working on 2019, because it is here, right? And I want you to think about exactly what it is that you want, because you should not go into a new year the same person that you have been the previous year. I don't do New Year's resolutions because I set goals monthly, yearly, break those goals down into weekly and day-to-day goals. So I have never been one for New Year's resolutions, because most people really don't stick to New Year's resolutions, and then it's not necessary to wait for a new year to work on becoming a new you. You can decide tomorrow is going to be the first day of my journey of transformation. Tomorrow will be my first day of me working on being a better version of myself. So you don't have to wait till the new year. Morning, Dante. Morning, Marvin. You don't have to wait till the new year to decide that you're going to work on yourself and become someone you've never been. And 2019, I don't know what your goals are for 2019. And I hope that you have some goals, first of all, versus a New Year's resolution. But, and if you have goals, what kind of goals do you have? Do you have SMART goals? SMART stands for, see if I can remember it. S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for, attainable. R stands for realistic. And T stands for time sensitive, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is the acronym for SMART. SMART goals. Oh, whatever. Good morning, Dante. You're so silly. Anyhow, good morning, Miss Ann and Angela. So, if you don't write your goals down, number one, and you're not writing down your vision and making it plain so you can break your goals down, into a monthly basis, a weekly basis, and a day-to-day basis, then are you really aiming for anything? Are you really shooting for anything? Are you really striving for anything? Or are you just have an activity that you're doing to appear to be busy doing something versus actually executing something? Because there's a difference between doing something and executing something. And a lot of the work that has to go into working on you is actually working on your mindset. It's amazing as you begin to grow and develop and strengthen your mindset, how less tolerant of negativity conversation that you have, your patience for it, your acknowledgement of it, because we're all about solutions and being solution based. So if there's a problem that has a solution and that's solvable, then why are we not talking about what the solution is? I don't want to hear about how much a person is struggling financially, because you don't have to be struggling financially. I don't want to hear, about a person's relationship problems, because you can fix your relationship problems as long as the other person in the relationship wants to better the relationship, wants to plant seeds and nurture the relationship. If not, then why do you keep talking about it? Why do you keep complaining about it? Why do you keep wanting to tell somebody about it when you're not willing to actually take action toward a solution to fix it? It's kind of asinine to me, but everybody does things differently. Everybody operates from a different standpoint of their thought process and how they do what they do. However, you know, I have better things to do with my time than to sit and listen to a bunch of crap, basically. Because that's all that is, in essence, is somebody dumping their garbage and their crap, you know, on you. And, you know, if they need to vent, that's fine. But you shouldn't continue to be venting about the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And, you know, going from month to month, year to year. Because, again, you have to be an action taker to take action to get different results. If you want things to change, you have to change. And if you're not willing to change, then why do you keep complaining and talking about your situation? Maybe that sounds harsh or mean or whatever to some people, but you know what? That's not really my issue. If you can't handle the truth, or you don't want to hear, you know, someone that's going to give you some solutions for you to get different results, then don't come to that person with your problem, with your issue, and your complaining, and your negative posture, and, you know, all your garbage, dumping it like I'm a garbage disposal, because I'm not. 2019 is going to be a phenomenal year. You know, when you are going through the growing pains of the lessons and the storms and the setbacks, you know, when you really be able to get to a place of peace about things that have happened that weren't so ideal, that you didn't like, you didn't agree with, that pissed you off or whatever, you know, you start to see that, hey, it's not really all as bad as it seems. You start to see that it's designed, of course, to make me lose focus on what is really important, because the things that I have been focused on have been, you know, life-changing. The things that I have been focused on, good morning, Kim, Ivory, and the things that I have been focused on have been helping me to become better, helping me to mature, helping me to be a better blessing to other people, and being able to accomplish more things that align with my faith, that align with my purpose, that align with my vision. So when you know that you are doing what you're called to do, what you're passionate about doing, that's when you should expect more attacks. That's when you should expect more setbacks. That's when you should expect more distractions. That's when you should expect more haters. That's when you should expect to be the most misunderstood from your family and your friends. And you don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to even, you know, make them get you or understand you. Just keep moving in silence and focus. Keep doing the work. Keep getting the results. And just sit back and let them talk, and let them say what they're going to say, and have whatever, you know, whatever opinions that they're going to have. Because everybody has opinions, but, you know, they really don't amount to much. And I always say, it's what do you think about you? How do you feel about you? How do you feel about the sacrifices and things that you're making so that you can make things better for your family? What is your motivation? You know, what motivates you? And as long as you understand and know and can answer those questions, it doesn't really matter what your family think, or relatives, or, you know, those that are supposed to be close to you, friends. You know, you can ask them for their opinion. You can ask them, you know, take it with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's just their opinion, their advice. And some people have great advice, great wisdom, and and things like that, and other people not so much. So, you know, when a person has a conversation from the vantage point that somebody has to be right and somebody has to be wrong, and that is the only type of conversation you can have is about being right or wrong, you know, that's not going to be a very productive conversation, because the only measure of right and wrong is, you know, Christ, your faith, the Bible, whatever spirituality you may have. Outside of that, it's just somebody's opinion. You know, a person could go back and forth with you all day about who they think you are, or, you know, you just pretending blah, 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 because you know why? They can't let go of who you used to be. They can't let go and accept that you have grown, you have changed. But you don't have to prove nothing to them on your growth and your change. You know, you see it, you see the results. So keep on going in that direction. Don't change or go backwards because you're not meeting the approval of someone who you felt should see your growth and see that you've changed and see your level of maturity. And many times we make that mistake by seeking validation from those who validation doesn't mean anything and or shouldn't mean anything, or maybe you just have outgrown them. And it's okay to do that. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel bad about it. Don't worry, that you might have to cut some ties and lose some friendships behind your growth, because if you don't evolve, you will dissolve. That's a fact. And as long as you know that the only person you're in competition with is yourself, and you're trying to be the best version of you that you can be today versus the person you were last week, the person you were last month, and the person you were last year, that's really all that matters. So, sometimes you have to just, get into a place where you are not around nobody and you just by yourself. You just spending quality time with you, quality time with God, and working on what your vision is. And you'd be amazed at how far that will take you. And when you look back, the people that you thought were important, the people whose opinion you once valued, will still be in the same place, making the same excuses, with the same negative attitude, with the same old garbage they talking, and their conversation hasn't changed. Their mindset hasn't changed. That's the great thing and the beautiful thing about growth and being able to see your growth, whether anyone else sees it or not. You have less tolerance for foolishness. You have less tolerance of people wasting your time. You have less tolerance of people with nothing of substance to say. We all have a choice to choose what we will talk about, what we will, allow to come out of our mouths. And unfortunately, some people just have no substance and no value to offer anybody. So if that's the case, why would you want to continue to maintain that friendship? Or why would you want to continue to maintain talking to that person or having that person around you in your life, or having access to you? As they say, you shouldn't be the smartest person in the room. So if you are, then you need to change your circle and elevate your circle to people who are where you are trying to get to. They are already where you're trying to get to. So 2019 is going to be great. 2018, it might not have been your best year. It might not have been an ideal year, but you know what? You're making it through. You're almost at the end of it. So, each day you wake up, I always say you have a clean slate. You have a fresh start to do something amazing, to better yourself, to reach for a new goal, to get out your comfort zone. You don't have to wait till the new year to start. You can start today. And every day you wake up, say, I'm going to do something I've never done. I'm going to learn something today that I didn't know. Stretch yourself. Many times we get into our routines, we get into our comfort zones, and we just, get comfortable for lack of, and complacent. And that allows us to not have a strong sense of urgency, that allows us to not be so hungry for success or for change or for growth or whatever it is that you're striving for. But when you get like a really strong burning, desire in the pit of your stomach and in your mind and in your soul, you'll wake up, your sleep will start getting interrupted in the middle of the morning with ideas. Your sleep will start getting interrupted with, concepts and things to expand and broaden where you trying to lift her spirit. Trying to read this comment. Okay, still care. Okay, that's cool, Antonio. And life is just too short, and I can say that because in a course of 4 months, my mom's husband, my stepfather, has lost his daughter, his nephew, his sister, and his niece. And then his oldest daughter tried to commit suicide in a span of 4 months. So that's a lot, for a person in their family to go through. And if you realize how short life really is, or it can be, and you want to maximize your time that you're given and each day that you're blessed to wake up and see, then you know what? You don't really have time to waste on nothingness, on meaningless people, on meaningless conversation, on negativity. Because you know what? You want to make every day the best day that you can make it for as long as you have your health, your eyesight, you know, you can do these different things, because one day it may just begin to fail. One day your eyesight might not be as good as it used to be. One day your legs might not be as strong as they used to be to hold you up. One day you might not, you know, have your same hearing. You might not be able to hear so well. So, you know, things begin to go on the decline as you age if you don't take care of yourself, which is something you can't control. So take care of your mind, take care of your heart, take care of of your family and your life, because you are in control of that. You're the captain to your own ship. And the more you realize that other people's opinions can't pay your bills, other people's opinions can't do anything to fix whatever problem that you have, then you'll stop valuing their opinions so much. So that's what I wanted to share with you today on the record report on December, what's today, the 15th, Saturday. And if this is your first time watching the record report, I want you to type a number 1 in the comments. If you are watching this live, I want you to type the city and state to which you are tuning in from. And if you are watching the replay, make sure that you hashtag replay. So I want to remind you to get your money up, because you absolutely can and you absolutely deserve to do just that. And remember to leverage your job the same way that they leverage you.